Decluttering sounds daunting. I know, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But it really doesn't have to be, especially if you tackle it in more approachable steps that are easy and simple to master. It'll make simple work of a daunting task and maybe even get you in the mood to declutter every space in your house. Maybe. Welcome back to Martin-MadeTV, inspiring life, home, and style. Thanks for clicking on today's video. Welcome back to all my friends and subscribers. And if you're new here, thanks for clicking on the video. Welcome to you as well. And please subscribe so that you won't be a stranger around here either. So decluttering, where do we begin? Step 1. Get clear with your expectations. Depending on the space that you plan to declutter, get a better understanding of how the space can work best for you and how you intend to use it. For example, if you're really into cooking and you find that you need to declutter like your kitchen cabinets and drawers, maybe it would be helpful for you to put all of the tools you need in a specific area, or to make sure that your plates and dishes are closer to the dishwasher. Do things that will make the space more functional and more efficient for you. For my linen closet, I had to define what goes in there and what doesn't. My linen closet only houses overflow items like soaps, toothpaste, etc., as well as toilet paper, towels, sheets, the usual suspects. Having a better understanding of the space and how you intend to use it is key in understanding how to tackle all of the clutter. This then translates to the next step, which is define your needs. How many sets of sheets do you really need for each bed? How many spatulas does one house really need? When you have an understanding or estimate of what you will probably need in order to be happy, it's much easier to pare down the excessive mounds of things into only those that you will truly use. The next step is to just start clearing the space. Now this one can be fun for some and stressful for others. I do not like the approach of taking everything out of the space. For example, if you're doing a linen closet, just because that probably would stress me out way too much. I wholeheartedly believe leave the things in there that you know should be staying in there, and take out all the things that are questionable, things that you know you're going to trash or donate. And that's important also, to set up piles or stations of items, and you'll have a pile to donate, a pile that is going into the trash, and a pile that maybe needs to be relocated to a different area of the home. Then I moved on to the next step, and that's to neatly organize all of the items that are staying. This is where I like to use bins and baskets and storage containers to corral all the like items together. Sort through all of the items, group them by their common use, and assess what kind of storage solution is best to house them. Sometimes that means baskets, sometimes that means just stacking things. Maybe you don't need a specific container for them, you just need a specified area for them. For my linen closet, I used baskets and containers that I already had on hand and neatly folded the washcloths, the pillowcases, and stored those all together. That's because those are smaller items that typically, if you tried to stack them, they would topple over, or if you have other people going in and out of the space, they definitely wouldn't be able to keep it neat. So folding them and putting them inside of another basket is a better way to keep them contained. After doing all this and grouping the like items, I now know what additional containers I can use to store other items in this space. And here's an important tip. A lot of dollar stores actually sell these storage containers that fit nicely on smaller shelves or even larger shelves. I highly suggest that you go check them out, the ones that you might have in your area, and see what they have available that might fit your needs before you invest larger amounts of money going to other places like maybe the Container Store or Target or Walmart. Check the dollar store first. And the last step is, now that you've assessed what's staying, what you need, and what storage solutions you can use to house them, it's important that you stick to it. I think this might be the easiest part of the whole process. It makes tidying up quick and easy because everything has a defined spot, and it keeps the visual clutter at bay because everything appears more contained. As with so many other facets of life, decluttering is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Sometimes it's going to take some time, and you might want to do one spot every month. I don't know, make it a goal. However you choose to lay it out and however it works best for you. But remember, there's no rush to get it all done. You might even evolve over time into realizing that the first setup that you planned really is not working for you, and you need to change some things around to make it a better fit. That's normal, and that's okay. Now, I would like to point out some hurdles that you might run into in this whole decluttering process. A lot of us have a great fear of getting rid of things that are still in good condition. And trust me, I'm one of those also. I hate to throw things away, but what I've learned to do is, first off, donate. There are so many thrift stores, there are so many nonprofit organizations that might give to the homeless or give to children in foster homes. You never know. Even animal shelters will take your old sheets and blankets and towels. So that's a great option. But even before I get to all of that, when I do have my donate pile, I'll go through it and look and see if I have friends or family members that could actually use these items, because they're, gently used and I haven't done much with them. So first I check with friends and family to see if they can use them. And then I see if there are organizations or shops around that I can donate the items to as well. That way I feel more comfortable about getting rid of them, because I feel like they're going to a better home. They're going someplace where they're gonna get used. Another hurdle is, what do you do with the things that you're just not sure about? This is something I face every single season when I'm switching out my wardrobe. For instance, this winter, when I'm switching in my winter clothes, I'm looking at a couple of flannel shirts and I'm like, I don't know if I'm into them. I don't know if I'm still into them. So instead of throwing them in a donate or giveaway pile, I'll actually put them in a storage container. When it's time to swap out the winter clothes again, put those away and bring out the warmer weather items, I know that those winter flannel shirts that are still stashed away, I can toss them, because it's something I didn't look for and I didn't reach for to wear them this past winter. And this, of course, applies to other items as well. If you haven't reached for it or missed it in the time that you stash it away, that really probably means you can get rid of it and not feel guilty about it. Sometimes you have to be a little cutthroat and just get them out of the way. And lastly, another hurdle that you can encounter. If you are not a minimalist, let's be real. The temptation to buy more things, more and more and more, will always be there. I think going on this decluttering journey, though, it helps you to understand and realize how many things that you're bringing in to your home or to your space that you're not really using. That's so wasteful and so inefficient. And I do honestly feel that it transforms the way that I buy things now. Before I buy them, I need to assess, am I really going to use them? Before I buy them, I need to assess, is this going to last me as long as I need it to? And that's an important tip also. Just because it's a good deal and the sale really looks good, if it's not a quality item that's going to last you for the 10 years you need it to last, it's really not worth investing in. So if it's something that's not just a passing trend, I wholeheartedly believe that it's important to invest your money in quality items. Then it never feels like you're throwing away money. It never feels like you're just throwing good money down the drain because there's something you didn't use or something that fell apart before you could truly use it. It doesn't always work, believe me, but it certainly helps to cut down on bringing more clutter into your space. So those are my top tips for how to declutter your space, along with some mistakes to avoid and things to keep in mind during the process. Please give the video a thumbs up if you found these tips helpful, and also don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me in today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.